Alrighty then, let's get into it. Today we're looking at a new budget offering from CRKT. This knife right here is called the Pete, and it was designed by Jesper Voxnes, an extremely popular knife designer. If you're a knife person and don't know who Voxnes is or his work, pause this video and Google him really quick. We'll wait for you.
Did you guys think that that was an ad from CRKT? Well, if you did, you were wrong. I don't know why I just did that arm thing. Yo, what's good, YouTubes? This is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCCP. That is the Everyday City Carry podcast. And guess what? This next guest, he's my homie now. Your boy discovered him. You guys got us up to this guy, okay? He uploads quality videos on his channel, and not a lot of people know about him. Give it up for BakPakB. Yo, what's going on? We have got BakPakB in the house today. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How's it going?
What's up, man? We're gonna do the kids and shit.
Yeah, man. Trying to feel young.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Thanks for having me on, dude.
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, speaking of feeling young, what's crazy is like people really trip out when I tell them I'm 39 years old.
You're 39 years old?
Yeah.
I'm 30. I don't even know. I'm 32.
32. Yeah, dude, there was one year actually, I think I turned like 33 and I thought it was like 32. And then we celebrated my birthday with a cake and all that shit. And I was wrong the whole time. You just stopped. Yeah.
My wife just turned 32 and in a card by accident I wrote 30. So I'm in the doghouse.
Is your wife the girl in the videos?
Yeah. She makes some appearances, but she because I don't like to model the knives.
Yeah. You know what? Let's actually can you just introduce yourself, I guess? Go ahead.
My name is Brent. My channel is BakPakB. I'm a new channel. So I kind of just started posting consistently to YouTube like two months ago. Yeah. 3 months ago, maybe. And I make knife videos for now, and I'm trying to expand into more EDC type things. And I have a wide variety of interests that I've been talking about posting more videos on subject matters on my channel, but haven't gotten there yet. I'm just trying to be really consistent with, I do a show that has animated and voiceover. It's a production, and it's called Behind the Edge.
He's basically being very modest because he's the first person I've seen who's done like motion graphics work to this level in the YouTube knife community. I mean, when I first came on the scene, my first two videos, I took a long time to make them, man. Like my first video, I dressed up as Iron Man. I wore a ninja suit. I went around the city. That's awesome. I created this kind of turntable looking for my tabletop section. Yeah. And the middle of it had a rare earth magnet, so I could stick the knives on it and like turn it just to be different. Yeah, dude, it took me so long to make that video, but that's how I made my splash on YouTube. Was I did cinematography, I was cutting pizzas and shit. Like it was crazy. It was completely out of the norm for the knife community. This is 3 years ago. And the second video I did was the ZT-0900. And what I did was I didn't review it, but I made a movie trailer, like 80s style, synthwave graphics that, were, what do you call that? What do you call footage that is copyright free? Stock footage. I took stock footage graphics and made a story out of it, of basically this guy who lives in the bladeless wasteland of New York City was trying to find this legendary knife, the 0900.
That's awesome, though.
And then I did concept. Yeah, and then I did like starring, Lace the George, which is Lace George the designer. Right. Because like his name could mean like the Georges. Yeah. Awesome. So that's what I did, but I noticed that it wasn't as viable to kind of succeed on YouTube if you're putting in that much work and it's taking you a long time. I think if you had a team, it's much easier, right? You divide the work. 100%. Like honestly, like when it comes to camera work and things like that, I'm sort of like, okay, like I think about it more than the average person, but I actually prefer to just do this. Like just be the guy behind the camera. How long does it take you to make a video?
takes a while. I mean, that's what something since I'm new to this, I'm kind of developing my process for YouTube video. And I mean, I'm not new to motion graphics. That's my profession. So I know that's why I'm leaning on it so heavily, and I think it's working because I have such an extensive background in motion graphics.
You have to go all in on your strengths, man. That's what I was trying to pick a lane, right? I've talked about this on my podcast before. I discovered this dude, Gary Vee, on YouTube.
Dude, yeah.
At a time in my life where like I needed that. Right. Somebody to say like, just work hard, you know, and immigrant mentality, you know, which worked for my parents. Right. And I discovered Joe Rogan at the same time.
Gotta love Joe,
dude. I saw them when I discovered Gary. I was looking for videos about him. And then I saw the Joe Rogan podcast with Gary in it. Right. And it like changed my life forever. After that, I was like, okay, I got to pick a lane on YouTube, see where I'm going to go. And then I did like edged weapons and stuff. I mean, I'm from the Philippines, so it's like, you know, where Balis come from.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was into it, but, you know, I remember Gary saying something like, just go with your strengths, don't try to fake it. You know, I made videos before where I was trying to be spec heavy, but it didn't feel good to me. Like I was cringing at it.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to be funny and like crazy and like just go all in on editing and stuff, which no one's doing. That's why I loved your work, man. As soon as I forgot, I think you commented on one of my videos, right?
Yeah,
and like,
for sure, because I was watching your stuff before you reached out to me. And I've just kind of discovered like this huge knife community because I've always kind of been like the weird knife guy like around my friends because nobody else I know really is into knives like I am. But then I go online and there's like a million people
massive.
Like me. It's massive. It's so much bigger than I could. And that was like a couple of years ago that I figured that out.
Yep.
And I also figured out how big of a world of the world of knives is.
Because
when you don't know that, like I was limiting myself to things that I found at like Dick's Sporting Goods, like like nothing against. I don't want to speak about about knives, but like
I don't want to stick it to Dick. No,
right. But not the best selection, especially around me. It's very small, and then you find out like places like Blade HQ or White Mountain Knives, and then also like Tucson. You get like all these places you can.
Dude, I love that you love Tucson's.
Dude, I'm
do you remember a channel called Neves Knives? Did they comment on one of your videos?
All the time,
Did they comment on one of your videos?
Yeah.
Because Jared, I did a podcast with him on Friday. We did a 4-person podcast. My girl was here, and then Jared and Kara were on the pod, right? We were talking about you because I said, I found this guy that's going to blow everyone away, right? Dude, kind of like undiscovered talent, like crazy graphics, like I don't even know how to do these things. And he goes, I think I know that guy. Yeah. I was watching his Tucson video and I thought he was going to bash him. And I was like ready to fire back because Jared loves Tucson. That's So he did see you. Yeah, man, I love Tucson's night morning design. I call him the Batman of the knife designers because like no one knows who he is.
Yeah, who is he, dude? Like he's
I don't know.
Like this guy that just is just tearing through knife designs, awesome, and just made, like prolific, like tons of them.
Kind of like out of the box, just out there stuff, but like so cool and so affordable. That's what I love about Tucson knives, and I love how a lot more U.S. retailers are carrying them. I think White Mountain carries some now. What's that like for you, by the way? Online retailers living in Jersey, right? Are you restricted in any way? Because Blade HQ doesn't ship to me. GP Knives doesn't ship to me.
Right.
So
there's some definitely like automatic knives are hard to get. They always make you fill out this disclaimer, and it's very like strange. like whenever there's been a couple of times like a Balisong I tried to buy, where there's like some legal things that really threw me off. I'm like, I don't know. It's very like weirdly worded, so I don't want to like break a law here. And I'm not like I don't know all the laws, but I'm kind of like I'm still learning a lot. I'm very like compared to people I know. Like I said, I know a lot about knives, but compared to people on the internet, not even close, man. You know?
Dude, I did a podcast with Alex's knife box yesterday, and I was so nervous. Even though he and I bonded over EDM because he was an EDM DJ and so was I. I did it for 10 years. That was like my profession. So
That's why you're so good at audio, huh?
Dude, I think I'm just kind of like a jack of all trades kind of guy. Like I get into stuff really easily, but I've yet to master anything. I like talking to people, man. I really like doing the podcast.
You can see that's definitely your strength. Like,
yeah, dude. Thank you.
On the mic. It's not my strength, so people will figure that out. Because
oh no, dude, you're good.
I edit all my stuff.
Me too.
So you'll never hear me like really mess up, you know, because I do voiceovers. So I write them. Yeah.
I know that you do. Let me ask you this. That's something I was wondering. When you do the front-facing sort of talking head style shot, do you have it written like in the
time I don't? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
like,
good, dude.
Like
it's good.
Intro. I want people to be able to see who's behind it a little bit.
Yes.
So that's why I always kind of do like the check-in in the beginning where I'm like, yo, what's up? Like maybe subscribe if you like this, and then I kind of put some footage in the background also. Yeah. So there's a couple things going on. Normally, if it's like a new knife, I'll unbox it as I'm talking.
Yeah. It's so polished. I watched the Arc Foot one. What is it? Arc Form Slim Foot, right?
Yeah,
Arc Foot. I combined it. And then the Kaiser one. I watched the Piet also, like right before we did this.
Voxney's commented on that video. I was surprised.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. The structure of the video is so clear and concise. The graphics don't distract you.
That's good.
You're so impressed. You know, the talking on camera thing, like you're gonna get that down. You just
it's definitely an adjustment.
Like what you hear now, this wasn't me all the time. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, I was shy too, but then once I started podcasting, I'm only like how many minutes in, and I'm already talking about everyone should start a podcast. let me start a timer. Actually, I gotta make sure. Okay, so yeah, once I started doing podcasting, I started doing solo ones first, and the quality of the solo ones are actually much higher. Because I use a DJI Osmo Pocket, which has face tracking.
It tracks your face. I noticed
That's what I do. I have the audio on Audacity, so the audio quality and everything is much higher. I haven't figured out how to do a remote podcast with people. I think this is a good step. And then I think I have this other website called cleanfeed.net, which I could have HD audio and I could edit it in. I'm so glad that you understand all this, because other people would be like, what are you talking? Been behind the edge. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No,
but that's how I got better at talking.
Right.
To the point where I just didn't even give a fuck what the other people were thinking about me, because
that's the point you have to get to.
Exactly, dude.
I'm still definitely trying to get there.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna help you, bro. We're gonna help you. Everybody sub to BakPakB on YouTube. Man. That's with a K. BAK.
Right.
PAK, right?
Correct. And I don't know if that backfired on me at all, but like,
dude, I thought you were from I thought you were from Thailand. Your name looks like BakPakB. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's too funny.
So here's the thing, all right? I'm going to make a confession here. When you first commented on my video and you were asking about audio, right? I thought you were like maybe a Thai or Singaporean like tech channel trying to break in, because I do have like trolls too that like ask me weird stuff. Yes, I wasn't sure. I didn't click on your channel at that time.
Oh, okay.
And then I showed the triple cam sort of editing tutorial, and then I clicked on you, and I was like, what have I been doing this whole time? Like, I should have had this guy on. And I told Neve's Knives on Friday, I was like, look, you guys should be the podcast that I upload for next week, but I'm going to put you on first, because I just want people to just start watching you, you know.
Dude, that's like, so cool. I really appreciate it.
Have you noticed an uptick in your video and content production since this quarantine started?
Downtick. I'm very busy at work right now.
Oh, shit. Because you're doing a lot of online stuff, so you can't be in the office, huh?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's actually been more work than I normally do.
Yeah.
And what's funny is the reason I call my channel BakPakB is because I'm used, like when I started, now I make stuff on the computer just because it's become too big of a production that it's hard to do it all on my iPad. But in the beginning, I was making all of my videos on the train to and from work.
Oh, shit. So
it was all out of my backpack. So it was like a backpack studio.
Yeah.
And that's where the name came from.
I've actually done the same thing, like editing right before I go to work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I have I work right outside of New York. I work in Secaucus.
Yeah.
And,
cool.
And that's like a like a 35-40 minute commute, but both ways, if I get a seat, I was making like all my videos just during that time.
Dude, that's amazing, man. How far in Jersey are you? My brother lives in like fucking exit 7 of the turnpike.
I don't even know where that is. That's far.
That's like far. That's like Great Adventure far.
Yeah, that's Great Adventure. That's like on the border.
Yeah, he lives there.
I'm right off the Parkway on Cranford. You know where Cranford is?
I lived in Edison before.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes from Edison.
Yeah, I lived in Edison. I worked at Menlo Park Mall in fucking Radio Shack, bro. That was a long time ago. Yeah, dude.
There?
No. They're
I used to love
now.
Radio Shack.
Yeah, I was like the Asian guy with spiky hair and long sleeve shirt, trying to sell you phone plans and shit.
Yeah.
Buy the gold plated stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Too cool.
What's your process? Yeah. What's your process like with making a video? Like, what do you do? Do you need to carry the knife for a certain time? Do you make bullet points? Do you script?
Yeah, everything. So I can walk you through what I've been doing so
far. Go ahead, dude.
But it's developing still, because like obviously everybody can always get much better, and I'm improving, trying to improve every day. So, but right now it's been interesting because since I'm new to this, picking the knives that I want to do. Because like, it's a big decision to pick which knife when you're not doing like daily videos. Because right now they're coming out like every 2 or 3 weeks. Picking the knife has been the most important part, because especially since I'm a small channel, if I don't pick like the perfect knife, it's gonna get lost in the algorithm, and so when I pick it right, I know, because like the views are way up the higher. So like Civivi tends to be
Civivi is a hot one.
Ton of views.
Hot one, bro. Civivi, really believe it or not, Two Sons can get it too. Yeah, like when you review weird shit,
right there. Yeah,
you get like but Civivi and Two Sons can do it. I'm trying to get more people to do these podcasts, like even 20 to like Patty did it.
Right, that's awesome.
And it's working for him, but just because, so we, like, for example, if you made a big video, right, and you wanted to like kind of talk about it even for like 15-20 minutes, and then you come on here and say like, hey, this is releasing on Thursday, more eyeballs could be on it. It's kind of like we're helping each other.
Yeah, totally.
I'm trying to create
just like the Joe Rogan crew, dude. Like everybody is helping each other.
Yo, shave my head, call me Rojogan. You know what I mean? No, I'm just trying to get that, because that formula works for everybody. But go ahead, continue with your process. It's selecting the knife. Let's say you've picked it. What do you do next?
Then I start doing the graphics is the first thing, because
how long does that take?
That's the longest.
Like a week?
Like a week to 2 weeks.
Damn.
Because I always do like a breakdown where I have to draw an outline of the knife, and then I have to animate that. That's a lot of keyframing, and then also I do multiple animated spots throughout it. Like it's always like there's a breakdown of it. Sometimes I'll do like an intro. If you watch like the Spyderco Little Native video, there was like a whole animated sequence that I almost like an open where it just, there's no like faction or anything. It's just animated to music, but it kind of gives it like a vibe for the video, and that can take a long time. And then also I have to, after that, I start randomly filming the knife in different locations where it's always with me. So I'll just I can throw that knife up on that stump over there.
What do you use to film your videos?
I have a Panasonic Lumix G80.
Okay, so you do have a camera.
Yeah, it's like a mirrorless.
Yeah, DSLR or something.
I think I'm like newer to the video.
I am newer too.
Right? Yeah, I think it's considered a DSLR still, but it doesn't have a mirror, so it's mirrorless. It's a bigger camera though.
Yeah.
It's not like you could do like cell phone video too, but I mix them in.
Same.
It's all about that lens though. So like my lens has a very low aperture, so I can get like depth of field going and like those artsy shots. But I do have a gimbal too, but it's just too time consuming to go that
Dude,
far,
I feel the same way. I went through, because I was trying to keep everything in-house on the phone. I wanted to be a big kind of like advocate of that, because that's where I came from, right? And I would buy like a DJI like Osmo Mobile 2 or something.
Yeah, those are
and
great.
It's so annoying to set it up.
That's the whole thing. And if you have to set it up a bunch of times, then it gets exponentially tough.
So I just ended up buying this fucking thing, and I
thought about buying that.
I just take it out and I go like this.
Yeah.
And if I want to vlog, I just press it 3 times, and then it turns to me, and I'm like, "Yo, what's good, YouTubes?" You know what I mean?
DJI as a company is amazing.
Yeah. The problem with this is, I think getting like static shots of a knife, kind of like, you know, like panning and things like that, is not as good as if you were using a camera with a gimbal. But you know, that's like what the pros use. Like I watch too much of the pros, like Peter McKinnon and all these guys on YouTube.
That's the guy, dude. And that's the guy.
Yeah, and you know, people would praise me in the knife community, and I'm like, you guys just don't know like what is out there on YouTube. Movie quality, cinematography,
like, and
this guy is like, was uploading daily before at that level. You know, so, you know, he does have a team with him now. Yeah, I fucking love that dude, man.
He's the man. His new office is amazing too.
I know, right?
Like so that's really what got me into YouTube is people like that. Like a mix of Rogan and like all the people doing their podcasts. And then Casey Neistat.
Casey Neistat. Yeah, I like him. I like him too.
Yeah, he hasn't been posting as much lately. Do you know Dan Mace? That was like his boy.
Yes, I'm sure I know him. Yeah,
his videos like are just so interesting, and the way he does it, he mixes motion graphics and multimedia, and it's just like boundless creativity that I think is flourishing right now on YouTube. You know?
I wish that what's gonna happen one day, and I've like kind of said this even like 2 years ago. I was like, there is gonna come a time where there's gonna be a knife expert, sort of like camera, like photo expert that also loves to edit. That's just gonna come in and change the game, because that level of talent is out there. Like, have you ever seen the videos? Like, let's say, like I open a knife and like the guy, those behind the scenes videos, like he'll show you how he does the motion, and it like transitions all perfectly.
Yeah, of course.
Like I want to learn how to do that. Yes, yes.
Like,
Peter. Daniel Schiffer does a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, it's truly inspiring, bro.
Really
so after you do your you shoot with a camera, like you said, how long does it take you to shoot video? Do you do it like couple hours a day, and then that's it? You just have it backed up?
Yeah, I probably do like 5 shoots total. I always like right where I am right now. This is like my at-home desk, and I always do a shoot here, but then I do a shoot outside, and I mix the footage together. But in the end, when I end up having to like fill space because the video is like a certain length and I need more footage, I always do a shoot after that just to finalize it, because I'll block out different portions of the video when I'm editing, and like first I put the graphics in there, the open, what I want to do for the intro. So it's really just, it's all blocked out kind of in a way. So I generally know that they all follow the same type of thing, but I try to mix it up enough so that they feel like new and fresh.
Dude, like it's definitely seems like you have like your shit together already. I mean, I
don't feel that way.
Yeah, you do. When it comes to the structure of the videos, you've got the pros, cons, and conclusions. I love that. You know, I do the what's dope, what's whack thing.
You gotta have your way to break it down, right?
That started out as a joke. Like I was still living with my ex at the time, and I was like, oh, you know, what if I do like what's dope about it, what's whack about it?
That's cool.
You know, or if you should forget about it. And she was like laughing so hard at how stupid it was that I just like went with it, and like people loved it.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
So what's your goal in terms of video production? Like, how often do you want to post? You know, don't get discouraged if you're not posting as much as other people. I was kind of feeling the same way. You know, I've got homies like Slicey Dicey, just posting every day, Metal Complex, like 4 times a day sometimes. And their channels have grown so much. I was in the same, I remember Nick Shabazz had a contest, Best New Knife Reviewer, right? Which you should totally join if he does it again next year. You should be fucking in that. So I didn't do so well in a lot of the categories. I was included. But what I won by a landslide was like who has the most unique voice. And it was like everyone voted me, and I felt so touched, you know. But what was inspiring and discouraging at the same time. Was I remember Metal Complex won kind of second place in most of the categories, and he was under 4,000 subs, like 3,000, and that
he's
dude
blown
just
up, dude.
15K.
He's at
like
15K right now, right?
Yeah, he's like
he
posting,
puts out like multiple videos a day.
Yeah,
it's like the PewDiePie of the knife community.
Yeah. So I was getting like discouraged, but then I look at like Advanced Knife Bro, who sometimes has a long hiatus,
right?
Because he's selecting the knife. He's very selective. I mean, he's out in the yard. He's setting up cinematic shots.
Yeah.
He doesn't do like a lot of editing, but those shots take a lot of thought, man.
100%. He was a huge influence on.
And he writes too. Like that dry humor is so.
His humor is amazing. Yeah.
It's so I love that. I told Alex's Knife Box yesterday. I was like, hey, could you like link me up with him, because they did a podcast together. I was like, he's one of my favorites.
He's awesome.
Yeah, so don't get discouraged with the amount, because if you're putting out quality,
right,
and people see it, they're gonna fucking always click on it. Like an Advanced Knife Bro.
What I'm hoping.
Yeah, dude.
I do want to step up the production, but it's obviously it's my hobby, so I have to work first, and my workload is always pretty nuts. Yeah. So the one thing I have learned is not to say I'm going to put out a video like ahead of time, and then I get behind, and people are waiting for it now. Like when I say it's going to be there, they make sense. Like they will look for it, and sometimes like production just takes longer because I want it to be good. Yeah, I totally understand that, man. I fall into these creative ruts, actually. So that podcast that I told you about with Alex's Knife Box, Advanced Knife Bro was in it. It's called Sharp Talk, and he was with two other knife YouTubers. He was talking about, his name is Mark, by the way. He was talking about how, I just get in these creative ruts, and I don't want to script anything, and then I've got to edit it, and I got to do the audio and all that stuff. I got to plan the shots. And everyone on that podcast was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I just talk on the thing. Yeah. And then they went around and asked everyone, like, do you guys have those moments where you feel burnt out? And then most of the guys were like, nah, I don't. I just talk into a camera and that's it. I don't edit. But like for guys like us, like you could definitely feel that. I'm like super critical of my work. Sometimes I'll like say a word like really funny, like my Filipino side comes in, and I'm like, oh, that's not how you say that word. And I feel kind of weird, but then like the video's already uploaded. Yeah. Yeah, man. You ever feel like that? Dude, all the time. Like, really, I get so critical because like this is the motion graphics side is like my life. And that, to the point where I won't put out a video, even though it's done, because I don't think it's good enough. And finally my wife was just like, you're talking about making a YouTube channel, and you've been doing it. It really took me a year to start posting. Like I had been making videos that whole year, didn't post one of them. And she's just like, you're talking about this every day, and you haven't done it yet. Just start doing it. You'll get like, you can improve even though you're posting something you're not 100% happy with. And that's like the only way I started. And once I started doing it, I kind of let go of the reins a little bit in terms of perfection. There's going to be like, I can pick a million everybody that is like into their videos can pick their problems that they would do better, but you need to put out something if you want people to watch you. Yes. Perfection is poison on YouTube. It really is. I forgot who said that. It was one of those like influencer, how to make your channel better types. I think maybe Roberto Blake or something, but I saw that and I was like, oh shit, that's true, because people just want to watch me do stuff, I think that's where being on camera and kind of being more personal with the people that watch you is going to allow you to do that, where it's like you can look into anything. Like I unboxed a package from my friend. There was no knives in it. It was like it was like a Borderlands mask. He sent me the I saw that. Yeah. Like, cool. But people, not a lot of people watch it, but people still watch it just because like they wanted to see what I was up to, kind of like where that vlog side like comes in. Yeah. Like Patty mentioned on the podcast I just did with him, he's like, I really miss the vlogs around the city. And like to me, when I would watch it, I'm like, God, this sucks. But to other people who don't live in New York,
Like just showing a sidewalk is like, you know, magnificent to them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I definitely want to get back into that once this quarantine thing is over. How's that treating you, by the way? How are you holding up?
I've been locked in my house. Like, so my wife is pregnant. So I'm being,
shit. Super. Yeah.
Super crazy. And she hates me right now because I'm just like, you're not leaving. You know? You can't get out of here.
Yeah.
But I'm actually, I can be outgoing, but I'm an introvert. So like I am just happy as a clam in my little area. I could do this for years, dude.
Yes.
It's like it's not even happened.
There's so much shit to do.
Yeah.
In this day and age, like when people are like, I'm so bored at my house, I'm like, go watch fucking Narcos or something. Like, there's so many good shows. There's so many good movies. Ozark. You know, just go on Netflix, pick a show.
Sorry, I got to drink a glass of water.
Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
My mouth is got to hydrate.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm prepared.
Hydration is good. Yeah, you know, there's so many things to do. Like my mom, I'm in like a family chat with my immediate family, and I had to make like a top 10 list of things to watch on Netflix for them. They're like, oh, thank God, you know. Sure. Is there anything like you're watching right now? Like, what are you into, man? Like, what are your other hobbies?
I have a big variety of
interests. You play video games or anything?
I do. And that was something that like I have talked about on my channel a little bit, is computers is like my jam. So I just built and I was going to start a thing called, it's called The Plug, and it's like my tech side of the channel, but it's really, what I've noticed is it's really hard to start something when you're being really consistent about something that takes a lot of time already. So I don't want to let the behind the edge go a little bit and then to do that yet. So eventually I'm going to get there, but I built like a computer called Kylo. It's themed after Kylo Ren.
That's dope.
And I filmed the whole process. I'm still going to put it out, but it's just taking me longer than I thought. Like I said, I'm still like learning the production. But and so then after that, I started gaming like way more because I just built a crazy gaming PC.
What are you playing, like Doom Eternal or something?
I want to play that. That's on my list, but I'll play the first thing I got since it's named after Kylo. It was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Oh,
dude, so many videos are on. When that first 2-3 weeks, I was just seeing all these like little clips on my Twitter. And looks like a great game.
It's awesome. It's a lot. If you've played Tomb Raider, it's very similar. So then after that, I was missing it so much that I played all the Tomb Raiders because they're very similar. And now Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new one they just put out.
Is it Warzone?
Warzone. Awesome. I've been playing that, but I'm just getting destroyed. Like I'm a new gamer. So
like the thing is with gaming online, right, is like I definitely don't have the time to put in to get polished in a game. I've been playing Monster Hunter since Monster Hunter 1 on the PS2, so like I could just go into the new Monster Hunter
I don't even think I've seen that. What's that about? Like hunting monsters?
Well, yeah, it's from Capcom. Well, you're not a console gamer, right? That's what it is.
I have been in the past. I go through phases because I contend I'm creative, so I tend to get into these games too much. And I have to like pull back because it'll start taking away from when I could put.
It's kind of like imagine like an action game like Devil May Cry, but then it's not an MMO because it's only 4 players, and you hunt these giant fucking monsters, and then you like harvest their parts to make like a face armor or something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I'm gonna, oh shit, I got the gauntlets now because I fucked them up. Like, you know what I mean? So, and it takes time. Like each hunt is 45 minutes. It's very taxing. And I play that every now and then with my homies. But like I said, I've been playing that since like a decade. So the latest one, I could just stop and then go back in. So I'm playing Borderlands. Yeah, it's on PS4. I'm playing Borderlands 3 right now with Kelly, my girlfriend, my fiance. Don't let her fucking. She proposed to me too, so
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, you know, I did a switcheroo on him.
Very cool. That's huge, man. Congrats.
But yeah, like we played. Thank you. I said, look, I want to play this game, Borderlands 3. Right? It's a FPS, first person.
I've played
with
2.
RPG elements.
I beat 2.
Yeah, 3 is really good. They just polished everything up, you know, easier, longer end game, right? They do events every day. But this is her first time like really playing anything modern, and she's super into it, bro. Like even today, I was gonna do another podcast at 6. Someone asked me to do theirs, and they canceled, and my girl was like, bro, this is my 4th podcast for the week. So what I like to do is I like to just bulk up and kind of just upload these videos on my channel and just release them once a week.
Yeah, it's great.
You know, because when I get discouraged, right, when I'm like, fuck, I got to do another podcast. Once I get into it, I'm like super into it. But before I'm like, oh shit, I'm so lazy or whatever. You know, being a creative, totally. You always have that, right?
And once you get going, the gears start turning.
Yes, totally. Dude. But I'm like, you know what? Like Joe Rogan does fucking 4 podcasts that are like 2.5, 3 hours long every week. And like, do you want to do this for a living or not? Right.
100%.
Like, especially with making like even a knife review or doing an unboxing, it's like my goal with YouTube was always like, I needed a creative endeavor to keep me occupied, like a passion that may also become like a side thing. My brother is a director in the Philippines. He has a huge tech channel on YouTube called Beyond Reviews.
Cool.
But he's like a legit director. So he makes movies and shit, and it looks so polished. And, you know, he basically like showed me like, you could do this, you know, when you know somebody who's actually like doing it and like making money and all that stuff as a side business. And, you know, you kind of want to go into it more. That's why I'm on all of it, bro. I'm on the TikTok, man. I'm on everything.
Dude, I watch TikTok just because like, I'm like, what is this?
So here's the crazy thing about TikTok, right? I can do, first of all, doing knife videos on TikTok is like so hard.
I bet.
Because unless I'm
knife videos on there?
So unless I'm cutting stuff, doing like cut tests, they're going to take it down right away. Like if I just go like this is the CBD Asticus. I just want to show it to you guys today, right? If I go like that, they're going to ban the video.
Really?
Yeah. So most of my videos on TikTok are like my cats like trying to bite me and shit. And like, they fucking love it, dude. They love it. Like I talk to them and try to have conversations and I make funny videos. Like I did like a trail of treats. And then I did the shot like this, like as if it's Pac-Man, and I put Pac-Man music behind it. Yeah. They love that. But the thing with TikTok is like, I feel like it's this emerging platform, and I think it's gaining ground on Instagram. Yeah. A lot of people foresee this. Every day I'm seeing like on social media, on whatever, Twitter, Facebook. Oh, I made a TikTok, guys. Like more and more people doing it. Right. And at first it was just teens doing silly dances. At first, that's what it was. Yeah, that's their bread and butter. But now, dude, I see the most talented artists doing machine work, drawing, painting, cool. DIY. I have guys, breakdancers, performers are on it. I have dudes that I follow that make like the sickest beats. Like on a TikTok video, like 1 minute long, they show you their process. But all rise from the ashes. You took everything from me. All you did was stand and watch me burn. But all rise from the ashes. We rise, So there's a lot of stuff happening now that's different than what it was. That's why I kind of got more serious with it. Cause I'm like, look, Instagram is kind of being weird now. You're not getting organic reach. It's like, you know, maybe like I have like almost 1,100 people that follow my Instagram, but like maybe like 200 people are seeing it, you know? Yeah. So I'm just trying to be on everything. I'm on Twitter too. I do one Twitter video a day and I just like do a 40-minute thing. Most of the people that follow me on Twitter are like urban, like gamers, like mostly like hip hop black kids that are into anime and gaming.
That's cool.
So like they all do Twitch and shit. So like I try to like like introduce them to knives and stuff. And they're always like,
do Twitch?
So I'm not a big, like, I don't think I'm a good enough gamer, but I'm not opposed to the idea. Right. I have a lot of people that I know that do Twitch daily. because the guy who I first followed on Twitter is this black gamer dude, and he was just follow everyone on my list, and so that's who I have on my list. And yeah, they're really into my knife shit though. They like retweet my stuff, but yeah, I have a lot of people that game on Twitch. I have a lot of the OnlyFans type girls on my Twitter because they're part of that community too. For sure. So I'm kind of like just open to doing it. I've never done it. I've actually downloaded the app just like the end of last year, and I went on. I just got into Monster Hunter again, and then I wanted to play so bad, but I was at my CBD shop. That's where I work now.
Right. Cool.
And I was just like watching people play Monster Hunter, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like I can see why so many people make money off this.
Yeah, for sure. It's entertaining. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, especially the people that are good at talking and good at the game.
That's the thing,
dude. Yo, I mean, if you're a hot chick, you should be on Twitch right now because you are gonna crush it. You know what I mean? Right. It's just how it is, man. But how about you? Have you done anything like that? Like,
I gotta branch out because like I'm not really big on social media at all. I don't do I left Facebook. I started hating Facebook.
I don't like Facebook that much, man.
Yeah, I haven't used it in like over
I'm on it for Messenger just because two of my buddies that moved to California, they hit me up on Messenger every day. That's the only reason. As soon as I get on Facebook, I read like 5 posts on my feed and I immediately feel like shit.
Right.
You know, dude, it's like politic wars.
I can't do it.
Look at me. This is what I'm going through. Instagram is a bit better because it's, you know, but Instagram is like you're showing the best out of what's going on in your life. Right.
It's unrealistic.
Yeah. So when I go on TikTok, dude, you see a fucking insane amount of crazy shit.
Right.
It could be super talented. Right. It could be like thirst trap chicks like with butts. It could be like people doing stupid things like wrestling alligators for no reason.
Yeah.
But you can scroll so fast on it.
Yeah, a little bit for everybody.
Yeah, and you know, I post on it too. It's you know, social media is an interesting thing, man. If you want to make it on the tube, you definitely have to be kind of trying everything.
Yeah,
that's why I'm on Twitter. You know,
I'm on Twitter, but it's like I don't have like a BakPakB. The only one I have a BakPakB thing for like that relates to the channel is Instagram.
Instagram and YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the two. So I should probably try some more, you know. But for now, I love Instagram because like everybody, the knife content on Instagram is amazing.
You know what you can do to spice up your Instagram, which you do actually, is so I was really scared to put the stuff on my YouTube on Instagram because I want people to go to my YouTube. But then I started listening to this comedian that kind of like blew up only through YouTube and Instagram. Like no one wanted to give him a special. He was like, fuck it. Andrew Schultz.
I don't think I heard
he does a podcast with Charlemagne the God. And but anyway, he basically went the YouTube route. He split up he releases like 15-minute clips, 10-minute clips on YouTube, and then 15-second clips on Instagram, and then 1-minute clips on his grid. That was his strategy for a year. He's fucking huge, bro.
Right.
Because you got to think about it like this, right? You know, you commute, right? Sometimes you only have 5 minutes.
It's true.
Right. Where are you going to give that 5 minutes of attention to? Sometimes you only have like 15, 30 seconds. That's what stories are good for. So what I started to do and it is take, like, let's say I put out this podcast.
Right.
In a couple of weeks when it's in the rotation for highlights, because I create a highlights one too, which is a shortened version.
That's cool.
So I would, not only would I shout out the person that's on the podcast, but I will have content every day for like maybe a week or two of just mini Instagram stories of the podcast. And then I have a condensed version of that on the YouTube. So one podcast is going to give you all these like multiple streams of content, which is why everyone should have a podcast.
Do you know what I love? That one of the things you do is the sorry, my throat is dry for some reason.
No, it's all good.
I hope that's not killing the mic.
No.
I love when you do like a little portion of of the content in the beginning where you like tease it a little bit. That's awesome. That's a really good idea.
I get that from the Peter McKinnon type people, man. You know, they said always put, before your intro, always put a little thing. and it'll, you know, I don't know, I try to be silly with it, you know, totally, like whatever. Yeah. And then people are like, oh,
what do we do with this?
Yeah.
That's a good, little things like that is awesome, man.
Yo, I didn't know that was going to catch on, and I just I didn't plan that. I just did it, and then every time I just kept doing it, and I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, I guess like I'm gonna get a shirt.
You have a ton of stuff behind you that you haven't.
It's clean now. I cleaned it up.
You have to hire somebody to be like your sweeper that kind of comes through after every week of throwing stuff back.
How let's get back to your channel. How often do you upload a video? Is it like every 2 weeks?
Right now it's about every 2 weeks.
That's not bad, dude. That's not bad, man.
Right now it's been the longest time. I think it's 3 weeks exactly. But I'm about to post one this week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm almost done. So I've been trying to do some like vlogs. Like I have done they're like very edited vlogs, but just like check-ins, you know, just like a little bit more personality shown.
It helps. It helps for sure, man.
Because a lot of the behind the edges are like, whoa, my camera just went like real blurry.
I can see you clearly. So with Zoom, sometimes it'll be fucked up on one side, but I'm the host. It's super clear.
Okay, cool.
I can totally hear you.
Sorry, what was I saying?
You said that you wanted to do more like vlog type stuff.
Oh yeah, like I just want to mix in more stuff. Like I have another segment I wanted to do called Geared Up, and I've been working on that.
I was gonna ask about that. Right. I watched the video.
The intro.
Yeah, like what is that about?
That's like all tech related EDC stuff. Like the first video I've been working on is my backpack setup. So it's like everything I carry in my backpack. Cause I am called BakPakB for a reason, dude. Cause I love backpacks, love them.
Yeah.
I have really good backpacks and love that stuff. Like
I have the Mission Workshop Sanction. That's what it's called. It's a California-based company, lifetime warranty, insane material. I've had it for like 6 years, still going strong. I want like a smaller thing. Dude, if I could get into backpacks, I fucking would, man. I just, you know, I'm not that kind of Asian. Yes, I do know him. I follow him too.
Dude, he's like my
backpack guy.
And he ever since I started getting bags that he recommended with like high quality materials. I just can't stop. Like,
dude, you could go balls deep with the bags, man. It's crazy good stuff out there.
Have you heard of Peak Design?
I might have. What's the deal with them? Okay,
they're a camera bag company, but the materials they use are like outstanding. They're like on the more expensive side, but
like what, like $250 a bag or something like that, and plus
I think like around like three or 400. But it's like lifetime warranty. It's it's the best materials I've ever seen.
Like when I first Mission Workshop, that it's called the Sanction. That's the first kind of like high end. I think it was like $279.
Yeah.
Not a huge backpack. Not a lot of pockets either. But this stuff is just so solid, man. Like I used to go before I got into an accident with Uber. I probably should stop talking about this because I'm in a case with them. I'm fine now. I did get shoulder surgery, but before that, I worked on 44th and 6th Avenue in the city. Cool. And I lived on East 100th Street and 1st Avenue. And I would ruck to work, bro.
No way.
Yes, I would carry 50 pounds. I'd be too sweaty. I would get sweaty, but I dry up real quick. It's this Filipino Asian gene or whatever, and I produce no smell. I'm like a ferret that's been descented.
Lucky you. If I did that walk, I'd be dripping.
I produce no smell. I do sweat, but I produce no smell for some reason. But yeah, I was rucking to and from work, bro. I was doing 8 miles a day with 50 pounds. I would carry weights that I taped up that was like 30 pounds and put it in the pocket of this backpack.
Right, yeah. That's
like no rips, no nothing. I did that for like a year. Then I got into the accident and I had to stop doing it. Right. But that's how I know that shit is fucking quality. It's not a rucking pack. I had to email him like, hey, if I put 30 extra pounds in this, would it be okay? Yeah. And he was like, I think you're good with about 50. So yeah, so I'm totally into that, man. Do you carry a lot of like gear, like battery chargers and cords and shit?
Yes.
I'm like the same thing.
So it's like a weird mix of like, you know, I've got like the iPad Pro, I got my camera always with me, maybe a gimbal, lights. I like LED lights. Yeah. Just anything that I might need, and then it's mixed in with like knives and flashlights. Yeah. So it's like that weird mix, you know.
How do you carry, by the way, like your knives? Are you in pocket, in bag?
Yeah, pocket. Well, I always have a backup in the bag too.
Yeah. So here's the deal with New York City, right? I kind of like not mention this a lot. Is there a lot of bag checks?
Yeah.
Especially in like urban areas, you know, like I live in the Bronx, so it's like every month on the fucking dot. At the end of the month, there's gonna be a bag check there.
No way.
Every month. So with that, I believe the thing is they could check your bag, but they can't check your person. So I just always carry my knives in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't even carry on the clip, bro. Like inside, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just don't risk it.
Right. Because if they see that clip, they might be like, "What are you carrying?"
Yeah, you know, if I don't have the cap, I have a ponytail and the leather jacket. They're like, "Get him!" You know, he has a green card. He's a triad member. You know, get him. Wild. They just jump on me and shit. I'm scared. You know. But has that affected you in any way, like the whole carry laws and all that?
Not really. I mean, I do commute on the train and I carry every day. And also for some reason my office is very lax about me carrying a knife. I mean, they've been cool about it because they know I'm like a collector. It's not and I also use it's a tool, so it's not right for me. I gravitate towards like knife design more so for the design, not the functionality, because I don't have like a hard work job. Like, I'm on a computer. But I just really appreciate design, and that translates into the knife design so well.
Yeah.
And I can really appreciate a knife for like its for everything it has going on, all in this little package. It's amazing. And so that's really why I carry knives. I don't really use them that much, but I take them out to look at them all the time.
Yeah, me too. What's your favorite right now?
Oof! I just got the Wee Knives Tight Fin.
Oh shit! I am waiting for the Apex Pass Around group to send that to me.
Dude, it is
looks so freaking cool.
I have big hands, but it's still it's still really. Let me see if you can. There you go.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's great, dude.
Really cool.
And I love the titanium anodization in the middle.
Yeah. Is that carbon?
No, this is the titanium one. It comes.
Titanium.
It comes in the carbon fiber too. They have like 6 different versions.
Dude, Wii is so good, huh?
Yeah, and Civivi and like everything. It's just a great time to be a knife collector.
Yeah, because so much good shit out now.
This is $150, and like I just feel like that's a great price point for what it is. And because they're like fit and finish is amazing. They're little details.
What's the blade steel on that? S35?
This is S35, right?
Nice. That makes us all feel good inside when it says that. We're like, oh, I can trust this one.
Right. 100%. I also really like the Kaiser Maestro, Maestro right now. This one.
I saw your review on that.
Yeah.
Excellent fucking review. I loved it.
Thanks, man.
I love how you go in on the negatives. I feel so bad, dude.
I feel so. I wanted to say that
fucking terrible.
I got some feedback like that. Obviously, it's my opinion. So but people definitely don't like the one I went really in. Was the what is it? The Civivi Chronic. I went off on it.
Yeah.
It's this one.
Yes.
But I like it.
Yes.
But there's just certain things about it that really bother me. and they're such nitpicks.
Yeah.
So when I do because I do the pros, cons, and conclusions, sometimes I feel like the conclusions come off a little bit rough. Like I don't. It almost sounds all the time like I don't like the knife. It's just the bar is so high out here right now.
Yes, it is very high.
It's insanely high. So like to really not say anything negative about a knife is pretty impossible. You know.
On the Maestro video, I actually like the way you did that because in the cons part, you like really tore it apart. But in the conclusion, you still said that you did like the knife, but you advised people to do their research and see if they really want this thing or not.
Right.
I kind of fall into the same category of reviewer. I'm more of an action ergos and design guy. I'm not a big steel guy because I'm not chopping rope and, I'm not bushcrafting. I mean, if there was city crafting, maybe that's what we're into. Totally. You know what I mean? But I'm mainly just flipping the knife over and over again and looking at it. That's what I use it for the most, to be honest.
100%.
Yeah, I recycle. That's about it.
Use it, but it's more so like, I cut an apple today at my desk.
Yeah.
Like nothing hard to use. The other one I was a little rough on was the ProTech Arcform Auto.
Oh, the Slimfoot, or
I went off on its ergos.
Yes, and it is expensive, man. I was looking at that one, and I agree with you 100%. It's fucking cool as shit.
It is very cool from a design perspective. Yeah, I love it. You know?
It's funny. You let me see. I have a tough thumbs knife here. Actually, one of his first. This is the Boker War Toad, and this was by Jeff. I bought it just because I wanted to pay homage to the guy from going from knife YouTuber to successful designer.
His story is awesome. I just started watching his channel that he used to post on, and I like it. Like his knives are like thousands of dollars, and they deserve to be because just the craft he puts into it is amazing.
And
it's wild.
Yeah, I like his stuff. I just like his story a lot, man. Let me see what I got on here that I really like right now that I haven't shown that much, which is like, this was sent in to me. This is the Ferrum Forge exec.
Ooh,
really nice. This is more like my speed if it was smaller. I kind of like knives that are 3 1/4 blade length and lower because of the New York City thing. But I do like gentleman's folders. If I want to get like really weird, I have shown this already, but the Gavco.
I was gonna bring that up. I love that thing.
Dude.
How is that?
I wish it was mine. It's fucking perfect, man.
Look at that. Yeah.
Handle scales are a little slick.
Who made that? Like, is that a
Gavco designed it? I believe We Knife manufactured it, and Drop produced it. It's so weird that like Drop produces it. Drop.
I need to get a Drop knife just because like I love what they did with Ferrum Forge all the time. They've done a lot of good ones.
You know what's
I got the mini Archbishop. And I want to get the regular size Archbishop now.
Yeah.
This is actually the next Behind the Edge is coming out this weekend.
Oh, I love it. You know what's cool is this the Civivi Odium that's coming out, the Ferrum Forge Civivi collab.
Yeah, dude.
That I got to review that because a viewer of mine bought a prototype at Blade Show West and sent it to me. And it is fucking amazing, bro. Like I can't even believe like that this sub $100 Ferrum Forge is coming out. I think it's gonna be like maybe 70 or something. I don't know.
That's a great price point. That's why it's so tough out here. Like it's just so great out here for the knife people, but for the people that are designing and putting it like the companies, it's tough out here. The bar is set so high.
So high.
I like to see companies like SOG turning it around because right now if you look at the stuff they're putting out, like compared to what they
the Terminus XR is what everybody really likes. So. Yeah, boy. Somebody gave me one. I have a red one here somewhere.
Yeah, that's in D2, right?
Yeah, I don't have the. There you go.
There you go.
I love it though. It's cool.
I love it.
I like it, man.
I carry it a lot, and a lot of people hate on the pocket clip because it has the SOG logo, but I think it's like a cool graphic element that they included, and just they nailed the size. This one is the steel, the
BD1,
BDZ1, which is actually. I thought that was like a better steel than it actually is, but it's more like 8CR or something. That's what.
Shout out to 8CR13 MOV.
Yeah.
People want that shirt. I've been telling people I'm gonna make a shirt that's kind of like Got Milk, but it's like 8CR13 MOV, and like knife guys just gonna be like, hey, you know what I mean?
It's so funny.
Yeah, let me show you a cool one that. This is the Mikkel Williamson Red E folder. Whoa. It's an axis lock.
Dude.
It's I think I bought this for $69.
That's awesome.
D2. Look at that, dude.
Wow, can I see the show side? That's so cool.
Here you go. Look at that.
Oh, dude, do you know what that reminds me of?
It's a Mikkel Williamson. So it's Williamson Copenhagen. It's a production line. He usually makes customs.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the We Knives Sugar or whatever it's called. You know that knife?
Yeah. Is it designed by him? Or
it might be.
Yeah, he's got this kind of blade shape. This kind of shape is his bread and butter. Kind of futuristic, rugged thing.
Right.
What's crazy about that is like I posted a stories about that. Yeah. And then he hits me up on Instagram.
That's cool. That's
awesome.
And
then watches my review of it, and I'm completely fangirling, trying not to like be too excited.
Right. Yeah.
And then he sent me a message. He's like, "Your review was super dope." And then I was like, hey, I'm part of a pass around group where we have 32 plus reviewers, and if you want, you could send us. Some knives. We don't even have to keep it. Yeah. And then he was like, really? Dude, everyone, like Shabazz is in the group, cool. Cedric and Ada, and Blade Banner and Stasa 23, Zelric started it, but Blade Banner kind of handles the admin of it now.
Very cool.
And like he basically was like, dude, put me in touch with your rep. And then they sent us their entire line. Like, I didn't get the box yet, but the entire Williamson Copenhagen line that just came out, like, we have it to review. I don't
know much about that line. I have to check it out. You know?
Yo, dude, look at their Instagram and you're going to be like, and they're all budget, affordable, sub $100, most of them. But this one's just crazy because it's a D2 axis lock and like it's got this rigid kind of like, listen to that sound too.
Yeah, dude, that's a lovely sound.
It's so sick. Like,
black is nice.
What else you got on you right now?
This is one I picked up. This is the Tucson TS178 Tintera or 179. So it's their Karambit. It's a Night Morning Tepe Designs collab.
Oh, Tepe and Night Morning. That's nice.
See their maker's marks are right there.
Wow.
I love this thing, dude.
Dude, Tucson is so crazy. What is that, D2?
No, it's S90V.
What?
Yeah, dude. How crazy is that? And
how much was it?
Guess.
$150?
No, dude. I got this for $85.
What?
Yeah. How crazy is that? That's so wild.
You went on eBay or like
eBay. I get it all through eBay. In fact, I have, because of everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Tucson binge.
I love Tucson. I fucking love Tucson so much.
And I have I have 3 knives that are still on their way to me, but they've been on their way for months now because of
the whole thing. Yeah.
Normally it takes them 2 weeks to get to.
Yep.
But right now, so I have another Tepe one. I think it's the 160. I forget the exact number. It's but Tepe designs are awesome right now.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
They're great. And I have the 179 Perfecto too. That's the one with the cigar cutter in the middle.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That's a cool one.
I've got, hold on, let me see if I got we're like showing each other stuff. We're getting the knife people back.
Yeah, there you go.
I think this is the TS20.
Oh, that's the one that has only one side. It's
only half, yeah. So a buddy of mine, anything_knife_related, Jesus Christ, on Instagram, did the anno work for me.
Dude, I love it.
It looks super dope, dude.
I need to get there's some things in the knife.
Not safe though. Not safe. I'm going to tell you right now, because I've been cutting boxes like this. Like I'm trying to open a UPS box and I've accidentally pressed that and it's cut me like this many times.
That's why you have a stash of Band-Aids, right?
Yeah, dude. Do you know the story of like why I have them?
No. I just know you have a lot.
I'm going to say it again on the podcast now. People always ask me. I was moving. I was in a swanky ass apartment on 60th and 1st Avenue in the city, living by myself, bachelor life. This is before I went super professional with the music thing.
Right.
You know, and I basically at 30 years old, I called my mom and I was like, I'm moving back in with you. I'm going to make music.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
And then when I was moving, I was trying to move my air conditioner and it like crushed my thumbs.
Oh no.
Right. And like it's still healing, dude. Like the nail bed is still, it takes years.
Yeah.
So that's why I have them. Cause like I guess kind of being into cinematography, like I didn't like the way it looked for me. Like most people are like, oh, it's a man thing, just show your scars. But like I didn't want to watch the video because of that. So I just usually use like Avengers or Justice League or something. Because those are the cheapest Band-Aids on Amazon right now.
Still cool though.
Yeah, exactly. A Band-Aid, hit me up, yo. Like fucking sponsor.
You really get acquainted with your hands when you do knife videos.
Yes, you fucking see everything. Like, oh man, I got to do this takeover. I have like mad dirt and shit. I've
been working on my hands. Like my mom actually watched my video and she's like, "Honey, you gotta moisturize your hands." So since then, I also chew, like I nervously chew my nails. So like, now I like really try to stop, and I actually it's
I do the same thing if they're like dry and like I'm like biting the skin and shit.
Yeah, dude.
My mom one time, I went to go see her. Right, this is way before the quarantine, like maybe 2 months before. She was like, Anak, I watched your podcast and you're copying a lot. Are you okay? I'm like, you watch my podcast? Dude, and she's like, yes, I see it on. You put the updates on Facebook. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
Right.
That's so fucking weird, man. Like I'm like wondering if I should, because I curse a lot on my podcast, you know.
You got to be yourself, though, you know. And,
dude.
So that's so funny though, because. The hands thing. Oh, man.
Yeah, the hands thing, man. Some people don't care. Some people don't care.
I personally didn't, but then I did notice after my mom said something, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been like no biting the nails and moisturizing. It's like doing a manly thing with knives.
You got like aloe vera, you're cutting from the back. You're just like putting.
Totally.
Do you do green screen work? I know that. Yeah. So you have a green screen and.
Yeah. So that's what, like, when I do those intros, I always screen, because like this is where I make my videos. We have like a small 1-bedroom apartment outside of New York City.
Yep.
So
Yep.
It's not a lot of places to do video. And then I feel most comfortable sitting at my desk here, because that's where I do like the top down shot. I have like an arm that folds in down here, and I can do that. But I just think it looks cooler when I green screen myself over a background that is like in the look of the video I'm doing. And so that just became a thing. So I got this like cool little wire pop-up green screen that like it folds up, but it folds up to be like a little circle, but it does the job. It covers the whole background. Yeah,
it's very, very nicely done. Also, you know what I love about your videos is the transitionary shots, like the backgrounds, like kind of like, you know, cinema moving screen with numbers, kind of like 80s. I fucking love that, dude.
So the thing I've been trying to do is it's all the same show, like Behind the Edge, but I try to give each knife its own graphics package, I call it. So it all has its own look. You'll notice like
and it like flips open.
Yeah, it's all like, different.
Yeah, you do that for every one?
That's what it also makes it longer, because I don't I just feel like it'd get really repetitive if I didn't switch it up enough. So if you look at like the arc form video I did, that has I really went in on giving it its own like gray black. Look, like, I
saw. It's really good.
I'm gonna continue doing that because I think it's cool.
I mean, I think that out of all the channels I've watched, that yours is probably the most shoppable for ad work. You know what I mean? Like literally, if Benchmade wanted to make like a short ad, what you do right now with the schematics is fucking perfect. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Today when we were chatting on Instagram, I ripped your video from YouTube, and I was just like taking the schematics part, and I'm like sending my friends like, about to have this guy on, bro.
Dude, that's so cool.
I'm gonna reveal him next Friday and shit.
Dude, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I was excited, man. You know, I hope you keep doing it. I think that the knife community needs this more. You know, I like the experts also. I like the guys that are just churning out the videos like daily. You know what I mean? If I need an informed decision, if I need to make an informed decision, I would probably watch those guys.
100%.
But when I watch YouTube content, like I want fun, I want like entertainment. And dude, your videos do that for me. Advanced Knife Bro, those guys. Mr. Old Man is another guy that I had on my podcast who has been YouTubing for a long time. He had his viral moment. One of his videos got like 4 million views.
What?
He was like 21 or something, and he was raking in like $400 a month just from that one video alone.
That is wild.
Yeah, he's a really interesting guy, photographer. So he does a lot of.
I've never seen his stuff.
Mr. Old Man. Really crazy, like all his comments, because he'll be drinking a Monster energy drink at like 12 a.m. and he has to work at like 5, so he's like kind of like crazy, you know, like off the wall kind of like humor. Then everyone in his comments is like, do you do cocaine?
Oh, dude. So the energy's off the charts.
Yeah. I've had him on my podcast. Really cool guy. I'm actually gonna do a podcast with him for his channel this week. Would you be interested in, let's say like you had a chance to kind of get a side hustle going with YouTube? Is that something that one of the goals that you have, since you do love knives, like, you know?
Yeah, I think that like the way I'm trying to approach it is probably similar to most people that like have a passion for the knives. Like what comes first is like I'm having fun. Because so in one of my like first videos, it's not a knife video, it's I do like a segment called Egghead. I haven't put one out in a while, but it's more of like my like some thoughts. It has they could be completely random. Like on one of them I modded a Nerf gun or something, and
that's fucking dope.
And then one of them was just about a book I read. So this book I read, it like really really kind of broke down how I was feeling, because with all my spare time, like I'm a motionographer, I do motion graphics professionally, and in my spare time I was working for other people, and I was doing a side hustle there, which was great for a while, but then like when you're doing it all like 100% of the time, and it has you have no control over the content, it becomes like it started to ruin me. Like I had no passion. Like I was doing just like things I would never do on my own, basically. And then I decided I'm not doing this anymore. I'm only gonna, like, outside of my main job, I'm only gonna make videos for myself, like things that I'm passionate about, because I think that's what people are more interested in, when somebody really cares about it, you know? Yeah. And so from here on out, that's what I'm gonna try to stay true to. It's just doing what I want to do. And foremost, making sure that I care about it. And then if I care about it, I'll continue to do it, you know? So I hope from here on out that I could, because I'm having a blast though. I love this, dude. Yeah.
Like, I can tell, man. I just by watching one video, I was like, this guy must work so hard at this. I was feeling it, because I'm like, man, like, you know, for a long time, I was like, man, nobody knows. I've yet to talk to someone who understands what I'm going through. Like, you know, when I did the TRM, you know, Adam review, I'm like, fuck, I got to write a script, because I want to make it pro. You know, I got to do the camera work. I'm in quarantine, so like, how am I going to do the shots? Right. So like, I even did a small. So what I did in the beginning of that video, rather than doing a vlog around the city, was I kind of did it like, I kind of went like a sketch comedy thing. Like I dressed up as my mom.
That's awesome.
And like I had like a wig made out of paper. Yeah, and I like flipped the knife, like, wow, this is awesome. And then like I had my cats doing an unboxing with it. Like I try to be creative with it, you know? Right. And it's just so time consuming to do this stuff. And you know, like as a creative person, that's what I have. Yeah. I don't have years of experience of handling knives, you know, with me. How long have you been collecting again?
So I've always been like a knife guy, but like when I was a kid, I loved knives. I had a collection, but they were all of like, you know, not garage,
like M-Tech
ones, like M-Tech. Like, and you think they're the best. Yep. Like you're open to this world of awesome knives. So then from there, I transitioned to like Gerbers and Kershaws that I can pick up. Yep. But over the past like 2 years, it's been like whoa, I got a huge education on what's out there. I started really caring about steel types. The next step, like I'm still learning, so I need to get better at sharpening my knives. I don't do that. Like, admittedly, I'm not doing what I should be doing there, but I'm still learning. So I'll do.
You take your knives apart?
I do. Not all the time, but I have. I'm comfortable doing it. I think I want to start doing that more. Like I want to add more to the edge. Me too. I want to maybe take it apart, and I could do some cool animations with that. Like,
dude, that's so crazy.
A lot of like, I might do like a stop motion, take it apart or something.
Wow. Yeah, people like seeing that, even if it's just overhead view, tabletop. I usually just speed it up as like kind of like a transitionary shot, and I talk about how easy it is to take the knife apart. People like that, you know.
And like edge geometry is something I want to get into. Like I don't know about everything, obviously, but
I don't know anything.
I'm not claiming to though. The honesty is that I love knives, and like I just like to mess around with them. You know?
Yeah, isn't that like weird how like there are, you know, there are real experts on it, but then like someone like me who doesn't really know anything aside from what it looks like, what the action feels like, and how it feels in your hand, could be just as passionate about it.
Yeah, dude. Everybody has their own own niche and perspective on it, and I think that's what's cool, and why it's cool to do something different, like you're doing. You know, like where you're doing the podcast, you're just giving us a whole, like when you watch knife videos all the time, it's cool to just get different things. You know. So
we should do a collab or something. Maybe you and Mr. Old Man. We should do a podcast maybe together, because he's a photographer. You know, he knows like our woes and shit of like how this thing goes. Is there anything that you want to plug before we close out? We've done over an hour. It's
really
amazing. I am definitely going to have you on again, because this just flew so fast.
Yeah, bro. I really appreciate it, man. It's really great to be on.
Yeah, dude, man. And anytime you have something to plug, if you have a new project, or maybe you want to talk about a topic, it could be whatever you want. This is a platform. You're welcome on it.
Dude, I appreciate it.
Everybody follow BakPakB. That's
Nice.
BakPakB on YouTube and Instagram. Let's give him some followers. Some of the best graphics in the game. This is your boy, the NYC, and this is the EDCCP saying peace.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.